Have you ever bitten into a nice juicy apple only to find a little grub in there? Well, that's usually the larvae of the codling moth, a major pest for anybody trying to produce apples, pears or quinces. Now, to control any pest, it's important to know their life cycle. For the codling moth, at this time of the year in winter, they're gestating in the ground or the nooks and crannies of the tree. And when the weather warms up, they mature and lay their eggs on the leaves or the young fruit, the codlings, hence the name codling moth. And then once that happens, they go from fruit to fruit, and as the weather cools down, they go back into the ground, only to start the cycle all over again. One method I've been trialling over the last couple of years is suppression mulching, which is basically using organic materials to form a barrier to stop the little tackers from breaking the surface in the first place. I'm scraping back the existing mulch. Then I like to add a thin layer of compost. This is because next I'm adding quite a bit of cardboard, which can tend to strip your soil. Then a good layer of compost again, and finish off with reapplying the mulch. Then I repeat this process a couple of times over the season. Another good way of controlling codling moth is to wrap an old bit of Hessian around the trunk of the tree. This usually is done a bit closer to spring. And what it does is it entices the adult, usually female codling moth, when they're traveling up the stem, into a nice little protected home. Then in 2 to 3 weeks, you rip it off, throw it in the bin or burn it, and then replace it with a new bit of Hessian to catch the next round of adult moths coming up your stem. On a warm spring evening, when the leaves and the fruit have started to emerge, get out there with your hose and water over your tree. This will up the mortality rate of the eggs. These 3 tips, used in conjunction with others, like good garden hygiene and even the use of pheromone lures, can help keep this pest at bay.